Chapter 1. Hopes and Dreams. On knowing yourself. We all start dreaming of love when we are children, and as we get into our teens, we have an idea of what we want that love to be, like when it appears. We watch Disney movies and films like Pretty Woman and create our own films inside our head. They are always filled with fantasy, and we are usually wildly unrealistic, but we have a fun time directing them. We dream about this amazing relationship and how it will play out, and we imagine how our life will be with a special person. We see union from start to end, from the first date and meeting the parents to getting married and having children. It all feels like a fairy tale with you starring as a prince or princess. But once you are actually in a relationship, things change. You have to live with each other's down point and work at things, because the reality is that love is not textbook. None of us are perfect, so we should not seek out perfection in other people either. You have to be careful that your dreams aren't unobtainable. You have to know what you want, but you also have to know that you may need to compromise on certain things because no one is going to have every quality you yearn for. In short, there is no such thing as a perfect partner, but you can still make your relationship an incredibly happy one. As Shakespeare said, expectation is the root of all heartache, and if you have false expectations and desire, they are going to get in the way of meeting someone who is right for you. It is about digging deep and finding that truth within, not focusing on an illusion. You have to really know what you want and not what other people or the media may tell you. You need to be brave and believe in your own truth. If you cannot be true to yourself, you can never meet someone who is right for you. Two people's ideas of love can be completely different, but they may have a connection, and that is what is important, because that is what you can build on. As long as you have common ground, you have a lot. Sometimes you just have to give someone a chance, but equally, it is important to admit when someone is not right for you. If you know that special something is not there after several dates, it's not going to magically appear, no matter how much you want it to. Don't try to rush love or hold on to something that is not real. Some people treat dating as if it is a race to the finish line, but it is not. It is the hardest marathon you'll ever run, and it may take blood, sweat, and tears. But at the end of it, you could come away with an incredible medal, and that would be worth waiting for. Keep an open mind when it comes to what you desire, but be very honest with yourself and approach the world of dating with your eyes wide open. Love is such a wonderful thing when it is real.
Scott and Victoria.
Sam says, Scott and Victoria were supposed to meet each other in that place and at that time. I served them and can tell that there was something between them from the first moment. Scott was in the right position to find a very beautiful lady to settle down with, and Victoria fitted the bill perfectly. It was the same for her. Scott was exactly what she was looking for. It was like they were both in the same position at the same time, and it just worked. There was no messing about, and they both laid their cards on the table. It just clicked. They seemed to enjoy every second of their date, and I respect them for taking a leap when they'd both experienced breakups. That's what love is about. Taking a risk and getting back up and trying again if you're hurt. I love the fact that they're engaged. It's a huge joy when two people find each other in the first dates restaurant. I bet Scott and Victoria gave hope to a lot of people watching. My advice to anyone who wants to find love would be to be brave. I've found love, lost it, found it again, several times over these years. I've thought someone was right and then they weren't, and things went wrong. And of course heartbreak is disheartening. But if you don't try again, you could always be missing out on something so special. When it comes to love, throw yourself into situations and give everything a go. But be responsible. Don't do anything that will hurt anyone else. Don't lead anyone on, because that's the worst thing you can do. Honesty is important, as is being yourself. If you pretend to be someone totally different, and put on a front, you may as well have sent someone else on the date instead of you. If you're worried about being hurt, remember Scott and Victoria. It's always better to wonder why you did something than why you didn't, because at least then you know.
Up close and personal. Read my lips. John and Sarah. Sarah is deaf and an accomplished lip reader. Even so, she explains, some people are just hard to interpret. As a result, past communication breakdowns have made managing relationships a challenge. So when Sarah arrives at the restaurant,